What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Savage Land. Welcome to another episode of The Field. And today on The Field, I ran through a bunch of reviews this past week. Pretty much the dump load of G.I. Joe that was dumped off early onto us. And after I did all the reviews, I was like, you know what? I should just do a ranking because there's a lot of good figures that just came out that was delivered within the past week. And I just want to see which one I like the most and which one the best, and I thought it would be fun and interesting content. But when I did it, G.I. Joe moves in such a funny way with his releases. Some figures skipped over each other. Because at first I had just the ones that dropped this week. I believe the 113 through 118. I had Techno Viper, I had Metalhead, I had Quick Kick, I had Airborne, I had Big Boa. And then I threw in the retro card. Duke and Recondo. But then I was like, you know what? Clutch just came out with the Vamp literally a week earlier. Let me throw him in too. But then see, the numerical lineup got off. See, Clutch is 112 and Mutt and Junkyard is 113. And Mutt and Junkyard came out months ago. And now it's a shelf warmer at Target. Still a great figure. So I said, you know what? What the hey, I bent the rules on the retro card. Let me throw the Mutt and Junkyard in. Okay, so now I got 9 figures. So then I said, well, damn, I put the retro card in. I got the Anniversary Diver. I know that came out after Mutt and Junkyard, which still it came out like a month or two ago. Let me throw that in. But see, I don't have the infantry guy from the retro line, and I don't have Scarlet from the retro line. No, infantry from 60th anniversary. I'm getting tongue tied up here. And Scarlet from the retro line, which I'm cool with Scarlet. She was the only girl figure. I'll do something else with her, and I'll just have, I guess, the Diver, which that's the only one I wanted anyway. I'm still getting the infantry, but I'm waiting until that comes out. That shouldn't drop until April 11th. Maybe he'll be in on another one. But now I have 10 solid figures, and we're gonna rank them on out. I'm not gonna hold you up a long time, so let's get into it. We got 10 figures. We're gonna see which one that is my number one. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't, but they're all solid figures. They're all A1, so let's get it. All right, so number 10, we got retro card Condo. And the reason why I got Recondo at number 10, don't get it twisted, this has always been a nice, solid buck. Still a great figure, but I think his Tiger Force counterpart has a better outfit than he has right here with this regular outfit. Don't get it twisted. The regular outfit looks really good, but the Tiger Force, I think it has a little bit more pizzazz to him. Like I said, same great buck, but nothing's changed up too much here. This is literally just another repaint. Be honest with you, he comes with no extra stuff, same stuff as the first one. So in my mind, if a guy doesn't really care about Recondo, there's no need to get him. But Recondo, number 10. Number 9, we got Big Boa. Like I said before, Big Boa is not a bad figure. For one, there's not a lot going on with him. He's a Cobra trainer. He doesn't come with too much. The other day, I forgot to throw in the 90-pound barbells when I did his review, but he has that, boxing gloves, extra head. Like I said, the head looks doofy. The head's not a bad-looking head. The sculpt and the face on it looks good. He just looks stupid. That's all. So this guy almost kind of gets the number 9 spot because default. There's not too much going on with him. The only way he beats out Recondo because this is the first time him being in the line. This is not a repaint. This is totally a new figure. So Big Boa at number 9. At number 8, we got my man Metalhead here. This is a perfect example of you could have all the bells and whistles and all the intangibles of being a cool figure and still just not be popular. To be honest with you, I think this is a solid put together figure. I didn't have any QC issues with him. All I had was just some slights on him, like he can't put the missiles and rest them inside those rockets. By default, the rocket system gets in the way of me having fun with him. You gotta watch out for, knocking it over or knocking the missiles off, because that's just the way the character is. I hate the pegs that come out the side of the legs, but I really think that's the only way they could do it almost efficiently besides using a clip. This way, you don't have to worry about the clip breaking off or anything like that, or wearing out or scratching up your figure. They're already built into the overlay. Now, I did say you can heat those up and pull that down if you don't want that overlay with the pegs on them. But to be honest with you, he has all this stuff on him to be a deluxe figure, but I had more fun with him stripped down without that off him, because once again, he's a solidly built figure. He comes with different hair pieces, and like I said, he's cool, but he's just not popular enough. He's just not doing it enough for me. There's some more plainer characters over here that beat him out and are more fun to play with, and that's why Metalhead gets number 8. Sometimes you can have all the bells and whistles, but it just doesn't do it. All right, at number 7, I know this gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings, but we got my boy Quick Kick. And the reason why I got Quick Kick here, because there's not too much going on with him. He was fun to play with, but there was a few things that I was like, all right, you know, he comes with another head sculpt, but it doesn't have a yelling, screaming like karate head sculpt. It looks just like the head sculpt that we're looking at. Very plain, very solemn. His nunchucks are shit. They do have a good sculpt and design and paint on them, but they're plastic, they're short. They really can't fit in his hand. His swords are a little bit loose in his hand, and also the only thing that can go in his hand is the fudgy bar. Now, I did do some cool things on him and threw in the Jiu-Jitsu Jordans, the Ninja Nikes on him, and that's got him looking pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna leave him like that and buy me another Quick Kick just so I can have one plain and regular. Yeah, I'm sick and crazy like that. But he's a dope figure, man. I don't have a problem with him. Like I said, every figure I'm putting up here is fire, really. But I'm just getting real meticulous on my judging. So he comes in at number 7, man. He's a plain figure, and then like I said, he's a little bit plainer than these other figures that's up here, and there's some plain figures up here, but they have more playability, more fun with them, man. The red pop's really good on him. I like that, man, but he just doesn't do it enough to get down to break into that top 5. So Quick Kick is number 7. All right, at number 6, we got my boy Mutt. And Mutt is a good looking character. I like the green and red. I like the brown. It's just a very bright popping color. Looks really close to the original figure. Has a lot of cool things with him. He's a deluxe figure, or a figure with a pet. So he came with a lot of different hand signals. And of course he came with Junkyard, which was really cool. But we're just grading him right now. Just him as a figure. Great sculpt, great paint. I hate that he has that snarling face. I wish they could have gave him a different head sculpt. But, you know, he's known for growling like a dog and acting like a dog, and he'll bite you just like a dog would. So I see why they gave that. Now, what is in his hand is a muzzle that you could put on his face, but I still wish they would have gave him a solemn face. Far as his weapons loadout, comes with a side piece, comes with that M16 there. Very bright, like almost like a forest green paint on that which pops with the rest of his uniform. His helmet looks really cool. It's a very weathered looking helmet, and he's a dope action figure, man. But like I said, there's a lot of good action figures up here that bring us just a little bit more to the table as far as playability, that can do it without a dog or extra hands. They're just good looking, dope action figures out the gate. And what really kind of brings him down for me is that he has just that straight up snarling face, which is great for photography, just for certain scenes. But your boy Mutt gets the number 6 spot. All right, coming in at number 5 is the G.I. Joe 60th anniversary Recon Diver. What a badass. Just straight up and down, no name G.I. Joe. I'm not really into that. I like the characters of G.I. Joe, but then I'm also, hey, every now and then splash something in different. This is actually different to have a no-name character in G.I. Joe. More of a kind of over-glorified grunts. And a grunt is on the ground or whatnot, but just grunts in the different divisions. Like, they're going to be dropping the Marine. This is the action sailor diver. Then they're going to have the, the pilot, the airman or whatnot. But this is badass. Comes with 2 different head sculpts, Caucasian and white. Gear loadout is dope. Comes with a lot of cool accessories for underwater like type photography shots, man, and he's just cool, man. It's a very solid figure, moved very well. I didn't have any QC issues. I totally think it was worth the deluxe price, because everything on him, man, can basically fit on this guy, man. And he's just a dope, solid, well-built figure that you can army build, that you wouldn't have no problem buying multiples of. And that is the reason that he gets the number 5 spot on my top 10. All right, the number 4 spot goes to a guy who's really been kind of getting overshadowed by the Vamp, man. Clutch is fucking badass, yo. Like, this is a good figure. He's big too. When he's standing up in that window frame in the box, he looks big, you know what I'm saying? And he's just a great looking character. His tats look nice. His face sculpt is nice. He comes with nice accessories, and of course, just the extra topping is the Vamp that he comes with. But like I said, we're not talking about the Vamp. We're actually talking about him. He's actually well built. Like I said, in the last 2 Joes that I opened up in this past week, I had some trouble with seized joints. No seized joints on this guy. He moved very smooth out the box, man, and he came with, like I said, dope accessories. He has a dope helmet that his face looks so good that I don't want to put that helmet on there, but he already has a helmet also, so you don't really need that kind of motocross helmet. You can actually give that to a grunt. So the accessories, the playability, he can spread the wealth with this figure, even though he's not the main attraction in that set. The main attraction is the Vamp Spam noodles, ramen noodles, whatever the fuck everybody been eating for the past week with that shit. Pay attention to Clutch. Fuck the Vamp. You know what I'm saying? Clutch is pretty dope, but not fuck the Vamp. The Vamp is a cool truck. But what I'm getting at right now is don't set your eyes on that so much that you miss out and forget to enjoy this great figure. Please do not put that helmet on his head, man, because he has a great head sculpt, man. So Clutch gets the number 4 spot on my top 10. Now, the last 3 could go either way, man. I'm really torn. Like, right now, I'm still torn in between the last 2 on who should I make the last 2, man. But number 3 is a Techno Viper. I've been falling in love with this for the past day or 2. I fell in love with it before it even came. The purples, the way it hit. I mean, this is a good-looking figure. This is a great army builder. And the cool thing about it, you don't need to have 10 or 20 of these. You can have 4 or 5 and still make it happen. Now, if these things ever go on sale, I'll buy them to my heart's content, to be quite honest with you. It's a great figure. It has a new feature with that hologram. The holograms on both wrists that's in the gauntlets even look dope. Once you get it in hand and look at it up close, you just like, wow. And the silvers just pop on it. And then it's just very distinct from any other trooper. It's purple. And I was watching Aaron the Toy Enhancer's review earlier of him, and I thought he was the only guy in purple. I forgot about Mindbender. I really don't even pull Mindbender out. Like, I'm not a huge Mindbender fan, but for photography and the way my mind works with the different colors and matching up, he would look great, or a group of these will look great in a photo with Dr. Mindbender with that purple, black, and silver popping. And then they also got the black, gray, and red one, which will go with the his tank with the HMS. So great figure, man. The only problem I think I probably had was a little bit loose in the abdomen, but not actually in the abdomen, where it hooks in at the pelvis. I don't know what the deal was with that, but it's nothing crazy, man. It's nothing crazy. Very well built figure. My legs were seized up on it. I'm waiting to get some others to see if that was just a problem with this one I got here, but it totally deserves the number 3 spot on my top 10 countdown. All right, I done set up and thought about this, like right before I put this guy up on here. And man, all day, Airborne was gonna be number 1. I swear to God, Airborne was gonna be number 1. The cool thing about it, he shares the same backpack who's the guy who is number 1, and I'm not the biggest fan of the number 1 guy. But Airborne is freaking solid. He looks really good. Man, I don't know. It could always switch up. I don't want to do this, but I gotta put Airborne at number 2. He had the number 1 spot just as simply because of the face sculpt. His face sculpt looks so realistic. It isn't a cartoon face sculpt. He looks so different from the other Joes as far as his paint deco and his paint palette with that light blue with the OD green and the tan and even the jumpsuit and even like the pants leg going over the boots, man. He's just totally different, man. And like I said in his review, he's an Indian, but he ain't got no damn headdress on and dressed up like he's about to go to like a powwow or something, man. He's just a regular guy. He's just an Indian. Well, Native American, I'm sorry, indigenous, to be quite honest with you. And looking in his face sculpt, he looks like that. He looks like that without having to have the whole get up and costume on, man. And that's dope, man. It's just something about him. And it's something about the plain figures, man, that I really like. There's nothing too much going on with this guy, but he's solid and in the pocket. The only thing I hate about him is his SMG, his machine gun. His shit is very soft and pliable, and it's just not very attractive, man. So, but it's still decent though. But this figure is dope. I definitely will be picking up another Airborne. Any day he could get number 1, man. But I just think for what you get, the package presentation, man, I think the number one figure should be number one, but we got Airborne at number 2. And at number 1, I didn't want to do this, but it goes to that bastard Duke. 6'2", eyes of blue. Ain't that what Scarlett said? She know damn well she's Snake Eyes girl, but they had to give it to Duke, and I gotta give it to Duke on this right here, man. This is a very well put together action figure. No QC issues. Aesthetically, he's beautiful. It definitely makes me want to cop the retro card now. He's bigger, he's better, he's more original than the original Duke that came out and classified. He has a great loadout, and then on top of that, it's G.I. Joe, but then it's almost kind of more of a throwback than the anniversary. I mean, this looks like a throwback G.I. Joe here, man. He has a nice loadout. The SMG looks really good that he's holding. Same from the first Duke, but it's bigger. I didn't notice that until I did the review. Binoculars are dope. Excellent figure fodder. When I was doing his review, I had a pose where he had 2 hands on the binoculars. Looked really good, like he was about to look right through them. Face sculpt is on the cartoon side, but it's good. It's good. The helmet, straight throwback to the original 13 with the visor. That's dope. He looks really good on the Ram cycle when I put him on there. Even his backpack is the same, but that beige backpack with that hot pop of OD green with the letters, the white letters on it, looks awesome. The Airborne pin that he has on his chest pops really well. The gold, you can see it. The American flag looks good. The pants, he has a nice like World War II looking knife in his boot sheath. Nice sidearm. Comes with a set of fists also, man. So kid is low out, and he's just as plain and simple, and he's really straight to the point. He doesn't have an ab crunch, but he still crunches over. Yeah, as you can see, he can do his Duke stuff. Duke is not going to be doing something like Spider-Man or anything like that, but he would crunch better if he had an ab crunch, but aesthetically, he looks better. Pinless, the package presentation, basically the old G.I. Joe, but superimposed. Card stock, really thick. He looks good in the bubble, so if you want to leave him in package, you definitely can. If you want to take him out, as you can see, he's beautiful. On any given day, I can switch between Airborne and Duke, but today, Duke takes the cake. Give him a round of applause. Duke is the number 1 action figure of the latest Joes to come out, so this was the top 10. And like I said, as far as the number 1 and 2 spot, that can alternate. I mean, even that Techno Viper can get it on any day, man. But all figures up here, give them a round of applause for everybody up here. But we're gonna leave it at that. This is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of G.I. Joe Classified. If you can't, hit me up on my Instagram at Geppetto910. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.